Hello and welcome to Smosh Reads Reddit Stories. I'm Shane, and today's episode is our Pride episode. And I am joined by two guests who are dying.
It's just been such a long Pride Month week.
I haven't slept.
Because so many parties, parades. I got waving to the people.
It sounds exhausting. There's glitter in places I didn't know there could be glitter in.
You gargled a little with the eye.
Oh my God. We are filming this before Pride Month, but I hope you both had a wonderful Pride Month.
It was awesome this year.
It was so good this year.
Hell yeah. It is May as we're recording this. Do you already have plans of any sort?
I'm booked. Oh, wait, what?
What?
2 types of gay.
I just let Pride happen to me.
Okay.
I'm a passenger Pride, you know?
Very cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, what do you have booked?
Yeah. Just a bunch of parties.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I'll take any invitations that
Okay.
are available. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Well, all of these stories are going to be a little gay.
Ew!
All right. Let's hop into our first story. This comes from Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for sending pink envelopes?
Huh?
Pink?
I need H.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's got pink on the cover. No,
Well, she's...
the color pink, I think.
Pink is not gay, but she is.
Pink is not gay.
Where's H?
I sell Pokemon cards on eBay as a side job.
Oh.
I have been doing it way before the rush on Pokemon cards was a big thing. When I mail out my cards, I like to send them in different colored envelopes to stand out. The colors are red, blue, pink, green, and yellow. They are randomly picked, and using different colors helps me remember who has what order. I have never gotten a complaint before and thought it was a great idea. So when your letter arrives, it's a fun experience instead of just getting a plain white envelope.
Where's
I had an
H?
order for a card that was randomly put in a pink envelope and mailed off to
Where's
the buyer.
H?
About a week or so later, I got a message on eBay from the buyer asking me not to send him pink envelopes because pink is for girls. And he
Oh
doesn't
my
want
God.
his neighbors to see him carrying a pink letter.
Yeah!
Yeah, you tell him. About a week goes by and I add more items to my eBay and this person bought more things from me. About 10 different cards. I don't remember him from all the other orders, so one of his packages gets sent in a pink envelope. I had a lot of orders that week, and a lot of people got pink envelopes along with different colors. I'm also sure another one of his orders was sent in a blue one. He messages me again, furious
Where's
that I sent
H?
him another pink envelope. He informed me that he would not buy from me again if the next envelope was pink. His message also included, I don't want another pink letter. Only send me colors associated with the American flag. So only reds and blues.
What?
If it's on the gay flag, I don't want it. Weird because the pride flag is a rainbow, but I digress. So about 2 weeks later, he ordered about 20 cards, which is over the weight limit for eBay standard card shipping. So I broke his order down into separate orders. Cards were bought in different orders of 5, so it was easy to do. I had a buy 3, get 2 free deal. I decided I didn't want this person to go without his pink envelopes any longer, so I sent him 5 separate pink letters for his card.
That's awesome.
Now, where I think I might be the a-hole was when talking to my girlfriend. She defended him, saying he could have been in the closet and you exposed him to his family. I tried to show her the messages where I don't think that is the case.
Wait. Say that again?
She said his girlfriend said he could have been in the closet and you exposed him to his family.
Because you know
For
what, when
having a pink
when you get a
for
pink
having-
Oh.
envelope, they go,
I already took out H.
Well, it's like at Hogwarts, you know, you get the big envelope. It's like
You're a
gay.
wizard. You're gay, Harry.
and the owl shows up and goes,
So I need E.
Not a who.
The sorting hat
You.
is like, got me,
Got me. I
me.
guess so.
and I've been sorted.
Girl, we're getting you sorted.
I tried to show her the messages where I don't think that is
You're
the
a
case.
bisexual,
so then
Harry.
She said, maybe he doesn't want to be made fun of by his neighbors, and now he will. But now I feel bad that he did ask to not get them sent anymore, but I decided to be petty. So Reddit, am I the asshole?
It's Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Period.
did we forget that it's Pokemon cards?
Period.
Yeah.
He's worried about his fragile American masculinity, and he's like, I order Pokemon cards by the single.
And it's like butterfly or whatever, butterfly or whatever.
Butterfree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, the colors can all be linked to different types of Pokemon.
I was like, is he ordering fairy type Pokemon
Exactly.
cards? Yeah.
I don't think he's ordering fairy type Pokemon.
He's like,
Fairy
those
type
don't
for
exist in my
bitches.
eyes.
He has a dartboard with Sylveon on it.
yeah.
Nice. Nice.
That's wild.
This is ridiculous.
Only send me reds and blues. None of that. None of the ones on the gay flag. It's like reds and blues are on
on
there
the gay
too.
flag.
Yeah.
I think every color is on there.
It is. That's what a rainbow is. Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say?
I just can't even fathom it. Like, it doesn't even make sense to me. How antiquated is the idea that pink is a girl color? But also, it's an envelope. What does it have to do? And you're throwing it away. You're opening it, and it's 2 seconds.
Yeah.
You're not even keeping the envelope. It's going straight into the trash or recycling. He
Yeah.
probably doesn't recycle, honestly.
No, probably not. Yeah, it's not his choice what the letters he gets in the mail are. I mean, this is how fragile like masculinity is to some people.
It's
So
bonkers.
yeah,
I have such trouble understanding that. I don't know why. I can't understand it.
the amount of like confinements guys put on themselves of like, well, that's
Yeah.
gay and that's gay and I can't do that, and it just keeps building every year, and they can't do anything at this stage. Like it's
don't
nuts.
get
Yeah,
I
straight
remember-
men can't do anything.
They can't do anything. No, I remember.
Damn.
I remember a few years ago, I think I've told this story before, but a few years ago I was on a set, and there was like, it was a set where a lot of the crew were like older guys. And it was me and a couple actors. We're all like the same age, but one of the actors had just moved into a new apartment. And he was talking about, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna keep it like totally clean. Like, he's like, that's my goal, is to keep my place super clean. And this like old sound guy is like, well, you don't wanna keep it too clean, because then people will think you're gay. And we're
What?
just like, what? And
What?
then he luckily, my friend responded, he's like, well, I'm gonna keep it gay clean all the time.
Yeah.
That's
I was like,
awesome.
yeah. But like truly, like a lot of guys think that way. Like keeping yourself put together is like
Guys?
That's
seen
so-
as
You heard it
gay.
here.
Very
Like being well
Hygiene.
dressed, like all
It's for
these things,
bitches.
like good hygiene. They label everything, and so some of them do it on purpose. Like they have their life a mess out of fear of being seen as something
But I
else.
see it as like an enhancement. It's like, yes, now I'm gay clean. That's like bonus points.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right.
mean? Like I have gay hygiene. Well, that's like a good thing for a straight guy. It is
Yeah,
attractive.
yeah.
Like it's
Women-
hot. It's like,
women
whoa,
love their-
women-
you're straight and you take care of yourself? I'm in.
Whoa, yeah.
It's so funny, like all the advice like straight men give to each other, all the women that I know are like, why are you doing that?
Yes, exactly.
It's so funny. Verdict was not the asshole. Comments, not the asshole. This is hilarious. Your girlfriend is wrong. Even if he is closeted, nobody in their right mind is going to assume that because somebody mailed him a pink envelope that he's secretly gay. You have not outed him by sending him pink envelopes. Someone said, not the asshole. The guy sounds like a mess of a bigoted, fragile masculinity if the color pink or anything from the gay flag offends him. Even if, big if, he's in the closet. How is a pink envelope to a stranger you outing him? And why would his neighbors be paying attention to his mail like that? Your girlfriend's scenario seems pretty far-fetched. Let's not forget, he could have stopped ordering and he didn't. Lastly, someone said, not the asshole. Masculinity so fragile that he cannot carry a pink envelope from his mailbox to his door. Yeah, you were a little petty, but it's such a nothing burger that it's difficult to care about something like that. Red and blue are on the pride flag. Pink is not. So you were literally doing what he asked. Your girlfriend is also being silly. When I was in the closet, I could carry a pink envelope.
Yeah.
Update.
Oh.
He's gay. Sorry, he's blind.
There it is.
I'm actually really wondering where this is going to go. Sorry this update took this long, but what better time than Pride Month? To clarify some things, the cards are safe in the mail. They are in a card saver penny sleeve and taped to cardboard so they do not move. The shipping is way cheaper that way by like a $3 difference. If the total card value is under 20, they can be shipped that way. This took its weirdest turn. I honestly did not see it coming. So he finally got all his pink envelopes in the mail and decided to complain to eBay about how I was being aggressive and forcing pink envelopes on him. The eBay team contacted me and wanted to either give him a refund or just return the item. I told them if he wants to return the latest items, I would be happy to take them back. So they informed this person that I was willing to accept the return. This man never returned the cards but claimed he did and wanted a refund. Because there was no shipping information, nor did I ever receive a package, I did not have to return the money. He then messages me about how I am not only ripping him off, but also shoving the, and I quote, gay agenda down his throat.
Oh my
On
God.
eBay, when you send a message to a seller, you can also attach pictures if needed for the return process or whatever it may be. He sent pictures of him burning the pink envelopes in his fire pit while
What is
sitting in a
wrong
lawn
with this
chair
guy?
with an American flag in his hand. Now I read every single reply to my last post, and while I agree I was being petty, I cannot let this go without being petty right back. So I found every order he placed and tallied it up to the exact amount. I would say approximately $30. Look online for the LGBTQ plus charities and nonprofits near me or online to donate to. I donated his entire amount to one of them under his first name and sent him a picture of the donation. I hid it within the message letting him know I never received his return of these items. I have not heard from him since, and I have blocked him from purchasing from me again. A lot of you have asked about my girlfriend and why she took his side, and a lot of you said that was not very healthy. We had a big argument about how she is taking not only a stranger's side, but a homophobic one at that. Come to find out, she did not care about this person, but just wanted a justified reason to leave me for her coworker.
Oh my God. And then
Oh.
part two.
Okay.
So that was a twist I was not prepared for.
What?
I will not get too much into that, but she was looking for any reason she could beyond this to justify her actions.
Lotion Man
Jesus.
returns.
You're gonna leave us with that?
When the B plot is way crazy.
What the hell?
Holy crap. All right. Well, man, sending a photo of you burning the letters, like the
It's
amount of
so
work,
much
the
energy.
The amount of work people put into stuff. I'm like, dude.
I'm like, go
Well, they could
take
be
a
doing
shower.
literally
this man owns
anything else.
American flags that he just holds in photos.
Of course.
Like, dude.
When you lean into negative, hateful energy, you get a little burst of like, yeah, but then you taint your brain with it. And then
Taint.
you're stuck, taint. And then you're stuck with it. And then if you keep doing it, you get worse. It's like, you need to take a step away from hate.
This feels like
people who get so angry. It's like, take a breath.
You know what this reminds me of? The current state of the internet. Like genuinely the current state of the internet. Like people are so wrapped up in hate right now that they just like need to take a step back and like just take a breath. Like tickle your taint a little bit, you know?
Breath, take a step away, feel that lightness, and then lean into that. It just blows my fucking mind. Also, we can cross that off the gay agenda
Yeah.
Cross what
We
off
got
of
him.
it? What?
with the pink envelopes.
Oh, we got him.
We did it. We
Yeah.
got him.
I just love that in the process of this guy trying to prove to this guy that he's not gay, he staged an entire photo shoot.
That's pretty f***ing gay.
That's gay.
I was like, you did all of this. You got a flag, you're lighting a fire, and you sit there and you take the photo. And then what do you do after you take the photo?
Like, hell
You're
yeah.
just like,
edit it.
he's like,
He takes it to Lightroom.
he's like putting filters on
Yeah,
it.
yeah. He's like face tuning.
So,
He's like, shit, I'm fat.
Holy crap. Oh,
Wow.
man. All right.
I want to know what cards he bought.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's his taste in Pokemon like? You know,
That's
What's the
going to-
Machamp?
Machamp.
Machamp?
Machamp. Oh, yeah. Buff guy Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a Speedo.
Kind of gay.
The keys.
Keys, clef key.
Klefki is actually pretty
Vulpix,
goated.
best Pokemon.
Pretty good
Pretty
Pokemon.
good.
It's a key?
And my
The
Milotic.
key.
He's a ring that holds keys.
But it's kind of a bullshit Pokemon because it's fairy type and steel. So its resistances are pretty nuts.
Oh.
I
But
love that you know
Can
that.
he, like, hit you?
It can hit you, but like you have a
more
lot of
magic
Pokemon.
stuff than
Oh.
Yeah, but if you have
physical attack.
dragons, you can't do shit against it.
Yeah.
Oh.
It sucks.
And you'd think as dragons you'd be able to do something.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Yeah.
our next story comes from Am I the Asshole? Am I the asshole for telling my friend that I've accidentally been sleeping with her fiance?
How does that happen?
I think I know how it acts. I know how this happens.
Yeah.
Well, I guess she. Well, I guess she has
Masks?
to not.
No, that
He's
it's-
never
Have
met.
never
He's
met the
never met the
fiancé?
fiance.
Sure.
It has to be that.
Let's see.
Or it's like a Clark Kent situation.
Yeah.
Some glass. If there was like, okay, hold on. If there was like a gay person and they had like a straight alter ego, or a straight person and they had a gay alter ego.
I mean, I feel like people.
I think a lot of gay people did that for a while at the beginning of
But
their
at the same
lives.
time, oh.
Chance.
Hoo boy, that's a hell of a title, I'm aware. I don't really know how to start this, so I'll just get into it. I'll preface this by saying that I, 22-year-old man, am very, very gay. I was in high school when I met this friend, and she was the cool older kid the year above me. For all intents and purposes, we'll call her Sienna. 23-year-old woman. Now, after high school, I went to an out-of-state college while Sienna went to the local uni. We kind of lost touch other than the obligatory happy birthday and Merry Christmas texts. So you can imagine my surprise when I got a text from my mom a few months ago saying that a wedding invitation from Sienna had gotten delivered to my parents' house. Sure enough, a quick text to the lucky lady confirmed that she was getting married. Her longtime partner, Marcus, 25-year-old man, had finally proposed. A summer wedding right in my hometown, right when I and some of our other friends would be back in town from uni. I was invited to one of the pre-wedding girls' nights because my life is that of the two-dimensional comic relief gay side character, I guess. And we got wasted. Like the kind of drunk where logic isn't even in the same dimension. So when the topic of other people in the girls' squad's relationships came up, like the genius I was, I whipped out my phone to show them the hot guy I've been hooking up with as just a dumb
No.
who turned out to be Marcus.
Yes! Yes! This is what I want to see.
Kill me now to save me from the mortification. Rightfully so.
No.
Sienna lost her shit. Fair. No criticism from me. But then she turned on me and started blaming me for ruining her wedding. For clarification, because I'm sure this will come up in the comments, no, the wedding invitation did not have any photos on it. It was one of those minimalist designs with over-the-top calligraphy. That's it. Her socials only feature her. I had no way of knowing what he looked like. I don't personally think I was at fault here, but here is where I think I messed up. I very loudly, and to the entire club, drunkenly said, "It's not my fault your cheating fiance likes getting his back blown out, Sienna."
That's so
Okay. we had a little fun with that line.
I like it. Add a little spice.
Put a little sauce on it.
Yeah.
I feel
Put a little sauce.
like I feel bad, but that's so
I
funny.
feel absolutely awful. I don't want to be the other woman, technically guy, but you get it. And I certainly don't want to hurt a friend like that. I've tried apologizing 1,000 times, but she's not interested in talking to me, which I totally get. When confronted, he confessed to not only hooking up with me, but also 8 different guys over the course of their 4-year relationship. The wedding's been called off. Am
Yeah.
I the asshole?
No.
No. Okay.
He is.
So he's not asking if he's the asshole for sleeping with the fiance.
Right.
He's asking for
Saying that line?
well, I guess
It's not
he
his
says,
fault.
He says,
that
I don't think I personally, I don't think I'm at fault here. But here is where I think I messed up. I very loudly at the club said, "It's not my fault your cheating fiance likes getting his back blown out."
I mean,
Sienna."
it's not his
It's
fault.
for saying that
if
he's asking.
she's coming after him,
And they're also
he's saying-
drunk.
all he's saying is it's not my fault that your boyfriend likes this. Well, that is not asshole behavior. That is
Right.
saying stop coming after me
Yeah.
Yeah.
because you're mad at your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Right.
He's not said anything.
Right.
There's no insult. There's no.
Absolutely. He's
It's just
not,
fact.
He's not the asshole Marcus is, and it's wide open.
Nice.
It's gapingly true.
Thank you.
They're also so drunk. He's like, "We are both
Yeah.
trash. We're at a party. We just revealed some shocking information."
Yeah.
I mean, whoa. Verdict, not the asshole.
Absolutely.
Comments, yikes, you helped her dodge a bullet for sure. She's just upset now, but I hope that someday she realizes it was all for the best, not the asshole. Someone said, not the asshole, because how were you to know? I do feel sorry for Sienna, though. Someone said she needs a scapegoat for her pain and betrayal, and you were sitting right there. What you said might have been a bit over the top, but truth nonetheless. Let her be and step back and don't feel bad. You're the innocent party in this clusterfuck. Whew. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Also, I love that they were like, I'm just going to call this woman Sienna.
Yeah.
So like,
What a
for the
beautiful
sake
name.
of this video, I'm gonna call this woman a beautiful name.
I know. I was like, a good choice.
Yeah.
We usually get the same like names over and over again, but that was a good one. Good poll.
Wow.
Was not Finn and Jake.
No, we had Finn and Jake in the last
That's
one.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Our next story. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for telling our family and friends that my best friend has herpes because she outed me as a lesbian?
Oh.
Whoa.
Okay. So this is like a revenge story. All right. I, a 25-year-old woman, and my best friend, Emma, 26-year-old woman, have been friends since elementary school, and I honestly thought of her as a sister. We tell each other everything. Went to the same college, and even though we have 2 different jobs, we work in the same area. Emma was my rock for years as I battled self-hate and depression due to growing up in a small conservative town as not only a person of color, but as a closeted lesbian. Emma did not know I was a lesbian, just knew that I was unhappy, never staying long in relationships, self-isolation, and later I developed anorexia. Emma was the one who suggested we go to an out-of-state college and later suggested we move out of state too. I've gotten much better since then, and for that, I genuinely thank her. About 2 years ago, Emma contracted herpes from some guy she slept with, and it has been very hard for her to land a boyfriend since then, and it's made her very lonely. She hasn't told her family or friends about it because she doesn't want to be seen as gross. Due to this, I haven't really put myself in the dating field and have put off coming out. Although about 6 months ago, I met this girl at a craft store. Long curly hair, dressed in all black with big eyeliner and ruby lipstick. I couldn't stop staring at her, and I admit when she smiled at me, I kind of followed her around the store. I know, creepy. I eventually worked up the courage to just ask for her number, and she gave it to me.
That's awesome.
I was so excited. I started texting her that night, and since then, we have been hanging out a ton, and I think she likes me back.
Yay, cutie.
And I think she likes me back. I was going to ask her out, but since I live with Emma, I decided I should come out since I will be bringing her around if the girl says yes. So after work, I sat her down and told her I was a lesbian. I told her all the anguish I went through growing up because of my self-hate, how I wish I could have told her earlier, but I never found the right time. But now that I was in love with someone, I felt like I should tell her that she was the one person I trusted with this information. She just stared at me in shock for a few seconds, and then her face turned from shock to disgust. She jumped back and accused me of being a pervert and how I was gross for being around her so much knowing I was gay, even mentioning how she's gotten changed around me and I'm no better than some creepy man. I tried explaining I had no romantic feelings for her and I honestly had a crush on someone else. She wouldn't buy it and locked herself in her room. Later, my phone started ringing off the hook, and to my surprise, there were tons of messages from my family and our friend group, either calling me homophobic slurs or asking if it was true that I liked Emma. My mother even called to scream at me a few times, and apparently I'm disowned. I started banging on the door and told her why the hell she outed me to everyone, and she just started calling me a pervert again. So I was like, oh, okay, fine. You want to play? Fine. I had a pic of her diagnosis and sent it to her parents and our friend group. According to the only friend who didn't crap on me, people are talking more about Emma than me because she still shares stuff even though she has herpes. Now they are grossed out and are accusing her of trying to infect them with her diseases, along with some slut shaming. Now I'm looking for a new apartment and I'm still planning to ask the girl out this week, but I was told by Emma's parents that I ruined her reputation and labeled their daughter as a dirty hoe. I feel bad, but I felt like she deserved it, though I know that a disease and sexuality are 2 different things, so I'm wondering if I was really wrong to do that.
Damn.
That's messy.
Damn. Honestly,
it's messy all around.
who I think are the assholes are just kind of all of her family and friends who immediately like, oh my God, you had a you were surrounded by awful people.
Yeah. What's it called when mob mentality?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel bad. I mean, it's the sad thing is it sounds like this was what was going to happen no matter what. Like she was stuck. And I think that's probably why she was so miserable. She probably knew that like nobody in her life was gonna like be on her side.
Yeah. It also sucks when like someone has a friend that they like, because I know people who have come out to their, same sex friend, and they're like, oh, so you've wanted to fuck me all along.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, what?
Yes.
And then they like that. I've seen multiple of those friends. It's like, why do you think it's all about you?
Yeah.
It sucks when that happens. It's heartbreaking.
Yeah, it's a very odd sudden change. Like, 'cause I've heard straight guys say that, right? Where it's like, well, I just don't want them hitting on me. It's like, why are you suddenly so hot?
They didn't do that before.
Like, why are you like?
Yeah, why are you the hottest person ever?
You complain
now?
about no women being into you, but now suddenly every guy though.
Right.
Like, I know I'm every guy's type. So that's clearly, it's just like, it's funny that it suddenly becomes that.
It's so bizarre.
Yeah, this is deeply sad.
And the revenge of it all, it just never is that satisfying. Like,
I think like in reading it, my initial reaction is like, because feeling the emotion and like she has bottled this up her whole life. She has this extremely vulnerable moment, and the absolute worst thing happens back to
The
her.
absolute worst thing.
So she lashes out and gets revenge. I mean, in my eyes, I'm just like, yeah,
I don't blame her
that is
for
the
that.
response. That is the response that's going
Right.
to happen.
It's not great, but I understand the reaction.
Yeah, because like both of those things in a vacuum, horrible thing to do, right? To out someone for a disease that they have, or outing someone for their sexuality. The verdict is everyone sucks here, and I'm curious. I want to read the comments because I'm sure there's like nuance to that.
Yeah.
Like we're saying. Someone says, everyone sucks here, but you suck less than the others.
Yeah.
Emma is the asshole for outing you, and Emma's family are assholes for saying contracting herpes makes her a dirty hoe. You retaliated against Emma in a way that you knew would hurt her, which is perfectly understandable, but still an asshole move. She blew up your life, though, and that's not fair at all. I know you'll be okay. Hearing slurs from your family and friends is terrible, and I'm sorry that happened, but they've revealed themselves as assholes.
Yeah.
They were, I think, the worst out of everyone.
Yeah, I think
Because
so,
it's
too.
like, they find out the information about her, they immediately throw slurs at her. Then they find out the information about
And then
her
they're like,
friend, and they immediately start throwing out the meanest things. I'm like, God, what the hell
Yeah.
is wrong with all of
Sitting
you?
in
where's
their
the
living-
love?
Holy shit.
bored people.
Someone else said, I can see why you did what you did. I'm sorry how much Emma has hurt you, but it will get better once you move out and cut her from your life. Good luck on your date with the girl. Lastly, someone said, not the asshole. I find it very interesting that her first reaction was disgust about you possibly being attracted to her, which is so typically ignorant. She even told your friends that you're into her. Like, how narcissistic is
Yeah.
that? Newsflash, lesbians aren't attracted to every woman they see, and bisexuals aren't attracted to everything. Yeah.
Yup.
This also reminds me of that episode of Survivor years ago. There's this gay guy, and they were at tribal council, and they were gonna vote him out. And he was like, you can vote me out, but I can't remember who his name was, but he was like, Jesse is lying. Jesse's trans. And everyone's just like,
I've seen this clip.
and he outed him as trans right there, and they were like, okay, you can't do that. And they
Yeah.
didn't even vote. They were just like, you've got to go. You just outed
Yeah.
someone on TV.
I've seen that clip. That clip
It's
is
shocking.
Wild. It's gooped, it's gagged.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Didn't they? I feel like there was a huge follow-up on that.
It
like Jeff
was.
Probst and everything, like
Yeah.
had a big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, this is a safe space.
A small little thing I wanted to add. I feel like I've heard about this of just like she meets this girl, they're texting, it's like very clear she likes her, but it's like, oh, we're gonna go on dates. I wonder if she likes me.
It's like,
like-
clearly she does.
I think
It's
she
so
likes
sweet.
you.
It's so
It's
cute.
very sweet.
She
But
texts me back every time. I hope she likes me.
Yeah.
She says she thinks I'm really cute and wants to be in a relationship with me. So what are we?
Right.
Update.
Whoa.
Update.
We'll see what this is. This morning, Emma's parents were at my door. They flew out because Emma is refusing to step back into our apartment. So I let them come inside because I wasn't about to hold Emma's stuff hostage, but I did something stupid. See, they didn't really want to speak to me, which was fine, but I decided to just wait in my room until they left. Emma and I have an emergency fund that had about $5,000 in it.
No.
I put roughly 2.7K. They took it, the entire thing. Once I noticed, I called them to give me back my money because not all of it is hers, and they told me that because I earn more than Emma, this was compensation for ruining her reputation. I was like, so is it okay that she tried to screw me over first? Their response, Emma did not choose this disease, you choose yours. These are the
Bruh.
worst people on the planet. I didn't even respond to that. I just hung up. Honestly, I don't even care. They didn't take anything else other than the money. I genuinely don't want to see them anymore. Emma also has been cut off from her siblings because they have kids and she was kissing the babies without letting the parents know of her
What the
diagnosis.
fuck,
Oh my
Emma?
God.
She also usually was not taking proper precautions during active outbreaks, so yeah. Now, none of her siblings want her around them because they feel betrayed. Though on a lighter note, Ruby and I are officially dating.
Yay! Something positive.
God. We went out to a fancy Thai spot, watched a movie, and then I took her to the water at the edge of the city. I had some stupid playlists set up. I was trying to tone it down, but I couldn't. I was too excited. I told her how beautiful I thought she was, how I enjoyed spending time with her, and if she was okay with it, if I could take her out on a date sometime. I had a whole speech prepared, but one of the comments told me I should be simple to not scare her.
Oh, hush.
She laughed at me. She said this was the first date. So that was a yes. I dropped her off at her house and she gave me a kiss before she left, and I'm so happy. I've never kissed a girl before. Guys, like, she writes a bunch of like stuff. So yeah, I actually give zero craps about the money. I just want them out so I can start my new life. Anyway, that was all. Thanks a lot for the advice and support. That was a whole lot of awful, and she got through it.
Yeah.
Damn.
You don't want to have to go through a heavy change like that all at once, but on the other side, it's brighter regardless. So
Yeah.
I hope she and this other person do more crafts and cute shit
And I
together.
feel like
Yeah.
there's some magic with the money leaving. It's just like, just take
It's
it.
like, yeah, it's gone.
I'm paying
You
it
release-
off.
it's released.
Gone.
Yes.
It's gone.
Yes.
I'm
It's one of
released
those-
from this. I paid for that.
I
Yep.
do kind of respect her for that, because it's one of those things where like something's so unfair, and it's like you're letting these shitty people steal from you, but it's like she's kind of choosing herself in
Yeah.
this situation
Yes.
and going, you know what, I deserve to put this all away.
And you're releasing yourself from negative interaction and
Yeah.
more negative
Yeah.
impact. You're just like, it's gone now.
yeah, and you know the hope is like in her new life, she's now going to now be able to create a much better world around her.
Absolutely.
Whew.
Wow.
Though, these people are,
Those are
Horrible.
that is
demon people.
absolute
That's
monsters.
wild.
Oh my God, every step of the way.
Yeah, that was rough.
Wow. Damn. But I think it goes without saying, obviously, as people should be not ashamed of their sexuality. At the same time, I think it should also be said, as far as like STDs and stuff, it's like, especially in Emma's case, although I don't want to defend Emma as a human, it's not her fault for what she had, and it's not anyone's fault, and they shouldn't be ashamed of it. So I feel like that goes.
But
Or
they should be
ashamed for
taking
it.
precautions.
They should be
Exactly.
taking
Practicing
precautions,
safe.
absolutely,
course.
as with any
course.
disease. But man,
Damn.
wow, damn.
Damn.
All right, next story.
Here we go.
Some Pad Ki Mao, some Tom Kha.
I know. Actually, OP's the asshole for mentioning Thai food.
Yeah.
When I'm really hungry.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one comes from relationship advice. My son and his friend are
Yes.
a couple. How do I let them know it's okay? Hello, Reddit. Please bear with me regarding my formatting and things. I have read the rules and things, but I'm an old fart who is rather on the wrong side of 40, so I'm not overly well versed in the art of efficient interneting. My boy is 20 years old. He's absolutely my pride and joy, and there's nothing he could do that would ever make me love him less. For the first half of his life, I regrettably wasn't involved very much. His mother and I parted ways when he was just a few months old, and at the time, I was struggling with heroin addiction and was absolutely not as present in his life as I should have been, nor was I suited to fatherhood at all. I saw him at most 2 or 3 times a year for the first 12 years of his life. I won't discuss details because that's his private story to tell, but when he was 12, he revealed to me that he was being badly mistreated at the hands of his mother and her boyfriend. Despite not being the best father at the time, I didn't want my boy suffering anymore, so I got myself cleaned up and sorted out in order to get full custody of him. I've effectively been a single and sober father ever since, and he has little to no contact with his mother.
what a good
He's everything a
dad.
man could want his son to be. He's uniquely kind and fiercely loyal. He's unflinchingly brave. He's incredibly generous, and despite the horrors he suffered as a child, he's unfailingly positive and sunny to the last. Somehow, I, of all people, was bestowed with the honor of watching him grow from a sweet young boy to the
What a
greatest
nice
man I have ever
dad.
known. I cannot stress enough my pride in him. When he was 18, he got accepted into a top-ranking university on the other side of the country. I was sad to see him go, but simultaneously overjoyed that he got into his first choice and was starting a new chapter in his life. He comes home once every other month, and on the months he doesn't come home, I go to visit him. He's doing well in uni, has made lots of friends, and seems incredibly happy there, which I'm obviously chuffed about. Since his second year, he's lived with his friend in a flat off campus. I've strongly suspected since his early teens that my
Friend.
son is gay, and I now more or less have confirmation that this is true and that his friend is actually his boyfriend. So for this COVID-19 faff, my son decided he'd rather come home and quarantine at mine than stay at his uni flat. His friend, however, would be left alone if my son came back, as he's a Canadian and his family are back over there. And I gather he doesn't have the best relationship with them anyway. He asked if it would be okay if his friend tagged along to my house, and I said, of course, no problem. They've been back at mine for about 6 weeks now. They think they're being subtle, I know, but I've caught them doing coupley things on several occasions now. The friend has slipped up a couple of times and called my son babe and sweetie in front of me, which I pretended not to notice for the sake of saving embarrassment. There have been nights where we'll be watching a film with the lights off and, thinking I can't see, my son will have his arm around the friend. One day, I walked into the lounge and I'm positive they'd just been kissing and were trying to cover it, though I admit I have no confirmation on that one. The most solid evidence, however, came a few mornings ago. I get up very early to go for runs in the morning, hence why I'm making a Reddit post at 5 in the morning, haha. As far as I was told, my son was sleeping in his childhood room and his friend was in the guest room. I don't know what possessed me to do so, but on Tuesday morning, I cracked my son's door open to check on him, like I used to when he was a kid. Lo and behold, they're both asleep, snuggled up together in my son's bed. That's more or less solidified for me that they're together. I didn't say anything, just shut the door and went for my run, and I haven't mentioned it to them yet. What I want advice on is this. How do I let my son and his boyfriend know that I'm okay with them being a couple and they don't have to feel like they have to sneak around in my house? I want them to be comfortable here and I want them to know I support them both.
I
no
love
matter
this
what.
dad.
Or is that not a good idea? Am I better off leaving it alone and waiting until they tell me themselves if they ever do? I obviously don't want to force either of them out of the closet, but at the same time, I hate feeling as if they feel like they're being forced into the closet in my house. What's my best course of action here?
That's really sweet.
That's a sweet
kind
It's
of.
really
Sweet situation.
I have what I would do.
Okay.
And this is not, I don't feel like this is normal, but I would love if it were done to me. It's like a this. If he knows, he knows, right? And they probably don't want to sneak around.
Sure.
Right, they want to be liberated from
They
this.
want to be liberated in the right way. So it's like a casual, like, wait, you guys would make a really cute couple.
Funny.
That's actually so smart.
You guys
really get along.
Have you thought about dating? Like, why haven't you thought about that? Turn it right about on and make it that the normal is you guys are so close. Why aren't you dating?
Yeah, it's so obvious and natural to me as your dad. That,
Yeah.
I have nothing.
Because you would do that because my parents would always do that with me and girlfriends that I had around.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you guys date? Well, then why can't you do the same thing with the two boys?
That's an interesting.
Yeah.
I like that.
I think just to tag on that, have that conversation with just your son.
Yes.
You know, like let the son go to the boyfriend and be like, hey, my dad said that we should be dating. Isn't that hilarious? So I guess we're chill. You know, as opposed to including the third party he doesn't really know the family as much.
Sure.
And yeah, I was thinking that's way better than my idea. My idea was just going to be like, hey, you know, I got a gift card to Outback Steakhouse, and I figured you two could, you know, go on a date night or whatever, because I'm not gonna go. I'm allergic to onions. Make some shit up. I don't know. But just be like, you know, send them on a date to be like, wait, what? You know, it's like, you know, just to be like, yeah, I don't care. I don't know. Just give any sign to be like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some tactfulness.
Yeah. Or like order some Pokemon cards and get them in pink envelopes and be like, aren't these envelopes awesome?
Aren't they
The best?
The best.
Aren't they the best and really cool? Comments, you're an awesome dad. I'm so glad you were able to clean up your life and become such an amazing father to your son. I hope he knows and sees that too. I'm a lesbian and I can totally relate. You could also write a letter addressed to him if you wish. I think that would be really sweet and I would keep it forever if I were him. Thanks for being one of the good ones. Someone said, first, congrats on cleaning yourself up and being there for your son. Keep being strong. Most of the comments here are great, and I think any of them would be fine. Just reassure your son it's okay and that you'll love him no matter his sexuality. My friend's dad left his son a sticky note for him to find that just said he loves him and approves of his boyfriend because he's such a gentleman, LOL. I think reassurance is best, but I love everyone else's comments. Lastly, someone said, if you like his boyfriend, it sounds like you do, then I'd say something like, I hope you know that boyfriend's name is always welcome in our family. It's clear he really cares about you, and having people like that in our lives is so important. If you're feeling up to it, just add, I just want you to know that you two are more than welcome to share a bedroom here if you prefer. Update.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna cry probably.
That is also another subtle way of just being like, oh, do you guys want to just like share a bedroom? Like, just throwing it out there.
Put a
where
bowl
you're
of
not-
condoms
you're
in
not
there for you.
Update. I want to top this off with a big thank you to everyone who left such lovely, thoughtful comments. I honestly didn't expect so many people to see this post. I was thinking maybe an absolute maximum of 100 people, and even that seemed like loads. It was lovely to hear back from so many of you.
I'm sorry. The top and then the loads. I can't.
He's over 40. He doesn't get the lingo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
sorry.
man.
I'm over 40. I don't know what the internet is.
Yeah.
It was lovely to hear back from so many of
Oh,
you,
you guys
and
hear
I'm
that
forever
crack?
grateful for the fantastic advice most of you gave. Also overjoyed by my new adopted Reddit children. Haha, you're all doing amazing, and I'm very proud of all of you. Also, big thanks to all of the lovely people who sent me such sweet messages of support, and to those of you who reached out to me because you felt you needed someone to talk to. If anyone else feels that way and is in need of dadly advice, do feel free to give me a message, and I will do my best to help out. Okay, you all want me to shut up and tell you what happened. My son was busy with some assignments, both for his freelancing job and his uni work most of the day, and I didn't want to disturb him, so I waited until after dinner to chat. Friend went to a bath while my son and I watched telly. I told him face to face, son, I love you very much. You don't have to tell me anything you don't want to, but I want you and friend to feel comfortable being yourselves in my house, and you don't ever need to hide anything from me, all right? Well, it turns out a hell of a lot of you were right. Son burst out laughing and said, oh, thank God. I reckoned you'd clicked on, but didn't say anything because I didn't want to make you feel weird. Basically, we've each been pussyfooting around the topic because neither of us wanted to make the other uncomfortable talking about
Aw.
it. We had a bit of a chat, and he confirmed that I'm right in thinking they've been together since their first year of uni, and that's why they moved in together in second year. However, apparently I'm not as brilliant and intuitive as I thought, because apparently one of his friends in secondary school was his boyfriend for a year, and I had absolutely no idea. He went and talked to the boyfriend after his bath, and then we all had a bit of a further chat. Sadly, a lot of you are right that the reason boyfriend doesn't have a good relationship with his parents is because he came out to them a few years ago, and they effectively disowned him. So I made sure he knows that he's part of our family now. Sorry if that isn't all as exciting and groundbreaking as some of you had hoped. I'm glad this is something my boy no longer feels he has to keep from me, and I'm very glad he's happy with his partner. Thank you all again for the help.
It's beautiful.
That was
Yeah.
great.
Oh, man, that makes me think of that story that
I know.
destroyed me.
Jesus. Yeah.
Dads being proud of their sons.
I know.
Brutal.
Oh,
Oh, man.
what a perfect ending.
It's great. It's great.
It's really great.
However, I've had multiple relationships,
Mhm.
and one of the hardest parts sometimes is when they're accepted into my family, and then things go sour, and it's like,
Sure.
they're always welcome. Are they coming home? I'm like, no, bitch. That hoe is not coming home.
I think that's understood on the behalf of the relationship. It's like,
yeah,
as long
that's
as this
true.
relationship,
That's
because
true.
it's like,
It's under the same rules as any relationship then. You know, it's
Yeah.
like, oh, they're welcome into our
That's
family
true.
until you decide it's not.
They're not.
You
Yeah.
Right.
decide
Yeah.
they're not.
Right.
That's so awesome.
Oh, man. But great story.
Great
that
story.
was great.
Very great. All right, our next story. Am I overreacting? This comes from Am I Overreacting? Am I overreacting? I, a 25-year-old woman, think my boyfriend, a 33-year-old man, is lying to me and is gay with his best friend. We are set to get married soon. We've been together for 3 years. We have great sex. He tells me he loves me. He wants kids. And he tells me it's just a joke and they do this because it's funny. His best friend, we'll call him Tyler for the sake of this post, and him talk sexual to each other all the time. I've seen over his shoulder texts saying things like, "I'ma pound your ass so hard it's gonna hurt to walk days after."
Oh,
And I have seen photos of both of them sending pictures of their dicks. I was snooping last night. I know I shouldn't do that. But Tyler sent my fiance a photo of his boner a couple days ago, and my fiance said, "Nice dick, bro," and things like, "Too bad I'm not gay or I'd suck that hog." Like, it almost seems like they are joking, but sending actual pictures of their dicks, like multiple times, and both of them hard. Talking like this pretty regularly. Am I overreacting? Please
This is
help.
hilarious.
Please help. We are set to get married soon, and I'm worried he's cheating on me with Tyler. Edit, I don't have a problem with him being gay. I have a problem with him cheating on me.
That is so crazy.
That's wild. Too bad I'm not gay or I would suck that hog, dude. Dude.
That's
I mean, it is a fun
crazy.
bit if they actually are straight.
It is a funny.
It's funny.
really funny.
It's a funny bit. I have a college friend who sent like a full a full frontal nude, but it was like medical. And it was very like. Like to the group chat, we were like, "Why'd you just send us your?" And he was like, "Ha ha ha." What?
Yeah, I've had those straight friends before too.
There are people out there who are like, amongst friends, are so comfortable with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's wild for people who aren't, but it's like, hey, that might
That's
be
just
where
how
they're
they are.
at.
All right, let's see. Is he gay? We'll find out.
We have a comment. From how their texts are worded, it kind of sounds as though nothing has happened between them, but both secretly want it to, and they're just testing waters. I don't know. Either way,
That's
I
fair,
would
too.
definitely
Yeah.
attempt a completely honest discussion with him about this. I guess it's because, like, it could all be like funny and jokes. It's also a boundary for her that could maybe be like, hey, you are like sending nudes to each other.
Right.
Like that is pretty extreme. Maybe that makes you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Babe, it's a joke.
It's a joke.
A conversation does need to be had, obviously.
Yes,
but
definitely.
that's yeah.
Someone else said, guys don't send each other pics for fun. Doesn't happen, and I would stand my ground hard on that, and I would let him know that in no way will you ever support cheating on
Altus,
any
thanks so
kind
much for
with
the prime.
guys or girls. So if he has feelings, either gay or bi, he better speak now, because if you find proof, it won't go well. I would also ask for a prenup with a cheating clause that covers messages, pics, emotional and physical cheating, with huge penalties if it happens. The pics with his buddy and the gay talk would stop, or the wedding wouldn't happen.
Okay, that's a little.
I think that's yeah.
extreme.
I don't like just to be like, guys don't do this, because it's kind of falling in line with what we were saying earlier
Right.
of like, well, that's gay and straight guys don't do that. It's like, I don't know,
You don't
man.
know this guy.
People out
These
there
days-
do all sorts of different things.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know. I also think it's fair if she goes, hey, this makes me uncomfortable.
Sure, and that's
Totally
fine
fair.
too.
Totally fair.
I love the like. That's anyway.
A last comment. The saying about sucking bit is the type of jokes me and the people I work with make all the time. Only a few that have a stupid sense of humor, though. But the actually seeing each other's is a bit strange and would make me question stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
she's
think
not
she's-
in the
Yeah,
wrong
I
to
think it's like
She's
the
not
we're
overreacting.
sending
No,
dick
I don't think
pics
she's
is like I think the
overreacting.
crazy
the
part.
same bit can be done without it being your dick. Like you just send a
Yeah.
random dick.
Like sending like
That's true.
And it's
that's
like, a nice
crazy.
dick. But if it's
That's like sending my friends like a
if
tit
it's
pic.
your
That's
dick, it's
weird.
like, well, that you've just sent me your actual.
The boner aspect is definitely
The boner aspect.
Yeah,
The boner
sounds like a
aspect.
book. The boner.
The
aspect.
boner aspect by
doing
Shane
signing.
Top. I'm there in the back in a turtleneck, just like.
That's awesome.
A
Shane talks
turtleneck
about
for
the
your neck and a turtleneck for your penis.
From the author of The Boner Method comes the boner aspect. All right, update number 1.
Okay.
I'm
Boner
going
dimension.
the boner dimension. Whoa. Whoa!
Ow,
Okay.
All right. Update number 1. I'm going to play it cool for a couple days and just keep an eye on their behavior. Tyler is coming over to hang out this coming Tuesday afternoon, and I might say something to gauge their reactions. Not sure what yet, but something to see if they look at each other weird or something. I don't know. I'll update later when I know my plan. I hope this turns out all to be just some big joke between them. A big joke, a big boner.
Yeah.
Dude. Update number 2.
Yes!
Wow. I'll start with that. I didn't say anything when they were together. I was full of anxiety and all in my head, and I just couldn't do it. I brought it up this morning before he left for work. I said something to the nature of, I looked at your phone, and I would love to know why you two are sexting with each other. I'm not comfortable with it, and we need to talk about this. Are
Period.
you gay or... He literally burst out laughing as I'm tearing up asking this. He says this is all a big joke. He says that this whole thing started because they were making fun of homophobes and people who are insecure with their sexuality, and it went from jokes to full-on pics. He said they talk about how it's so funny that seeing a makes you gay, or people find it gross when in fact it's no different than a picture of an ear or a hand. It's a big inside joke because straight men are not supposed to act like this, and people who think that makes you gay or weird are just insecure and childish. He says that it started with just sending pictures of from the internet and eventually led to them sending their own because of the shock value. I literally do not know what to think about this. I told him to stop it now, and he said he would respect that and to not do it anymore. But also said,
Fair.
also said I need to chill and doesn't like that I looked at his phone. Ugh. I did see him start talking on his phone as he was leaving the driveway, probably bitching about me. Sometimes we read Reddit stories and I'm like, I have never heard a story like this before. I don't know if I ever will again.
Yeah.
I don't, like, if someone told me this, I'm like, I don't know what advice to give you. Man.
I'm glad it's exactly what we expected.
Oh my God.
And, but also fair. They should stop sending to each other, I guess.
A fair boundary.
I guess.
But also very funny.
This literally reminds me of my friend.
I love that he's just like, yeah, okay, I'll stop.
All right. Stop. Yeah, I can't send him anymore. Gosh.
Damn.
Oh my God.
We need more guys like that, I guess, in the world.
I don't want that.
That is the most chaotic good or
Chaotic good, for
chaotic
sure.
neutral.
Chaotic, yeah.
I don't know what. That's just chaotic.
Yeah.
I do like the whole thing of like, it's like an ear.
It's like an ear, man.
It's like,
It's
yeah.
not, though.
Yeah. The hard aspect is still what I'm caught up on. I'm like, okay, so you work it up and then send it to your bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Work it up.
Work it up and then send it. Wow. All right, our final story. This comes from the Boston Celtics subreddit and Best of Redditor updates.
Okay,
Oh.
a unique Venn diagram.
Yes. Yeah, the
Okay, now it's
first
time
of
for
its
the
kind. So buckle up, there's gonna be multiple parts to this story. The title, Do Trans People Belong at Celtics Games?
What?
No!
Like what?
Okay. I'm sorry if this post comes off as negative or selfish, but it truly comes from a genuine place in my heart. I love the Celtics. My obsession with the NBA is pretty new, but I'm seriously honored to live in one of the most legendary basketball dynasties of all time. I want so desperately to go to see them live, but as a trans woman, I have felt, to say the least, unwelcomed by Boston. After some traumatizing events and horror stories towards both me and several friends at sporting events in the area, I have reservations about going to such a high-density game like at TD Garden. I understand that a lot of Native fans have very strong feelings about transgender people, and I don't want to end up on the wrong side of a group of fans who feel extremely justified on their home court. So I just want to know, am I welcome? Do you care? Honestly, would you prefer not to see me? I want honest answers. Even a simple yes or no is fine.
It's just heartbreaking to have to.
It's so heartbreaking. I've never been to Boston, right? I don't know. I also do know, like, sporting events, like, there's a lot of different types of crowds there. And
They're justified in
very
their...
toxic crowds are at games.
Yes.
So this person's asking, am I safe there?
Right.
I feel is what they're asking.
That's more, I think,
I think they know that at a giant arena with tens of thousands of people, there are going to be allies there. But what's the ratio going to be? Is it a safe?
Yeah.
It's so sad. Am I
deeply
allowed
sad.
to exist here?
I know.
That's what you're asking?
Yes.
And they're already saying, like, in Boston, in this city, they've already felt unwelcome.
It's already rough.
So the comments were overwhelmingly positive.
Oh.
Even the moderators were very positive in response. Someone said, yes, if you are in danger, look for a Thea's jersey and I will protect you. Someone said, I'd prefer to see you there. Live your life and the haters. Someone said, as an employee of the team, I can say we 100% would love for you to be there. I don't expect you'll have any issues, but if you do, please report to guest services. They take issues like this very seriously in my experience. Lastly, someone said, I honestly don't give a what people identify as. We all bleed green, baby.
Hell yeah.
All right. First update. This was 14 days later. Title, going to my first game tomorrow. I'm just laying here awake, practically shaking with excitement. Anything I should know? I've heard the energy in the garden is just electric. I wish I had a jersey to wear. Gonna hit some thrift stores during the day to try and find one for a good price. Who knows? Maybe I'll see a Thomas number 4.
I have a Celtics jersey.
Really?
And the matching bottom.
Whoa.
Oh.
There you go. Update number 2, same day. This time from Justin, the Celtics team sales rep.
Oh.
Help us make user Captain Advil's first Celtics game a memorable one. Hi, everyone. Some of you may recognize me as the other Jay Brown employed by the Celtics from when I organized a few group ticket outings years ago. I'm sure many of you saw this post from a few weeks ago where a transgender Celtics fan, user Captain Advil, asked if they belonged at a Celtics game. I was very encouraged to see the overwhelmingly positive response to the thread and made a comment that the organization supports her 100%. She mentioned being so encouraged that she purchased tickets to the November 1st game, which is tomorrow. The post caught the attention of some of the higher-ups at the Celtics who want to get in touch and make sure her experience is a special one. So I'm following up on behalf of them. I've tried directly messaging her a few times to no avail, so I just wanted to make one last effort to get in touch before she attends the game tomorrow. Would appreciate any help making that happen. Update number 3.
Yes.
Okay, well, the tears
She's
fall out
been
my
drafted
eyes.
to the Celtics.
She's like, shit.
I didn't sign up for this! Meet our new power forward, Captain Advil.
She's in heels. Ma'am.
Okay.
You need some ankle support?
The title of this is 3 days later after that post. Trans people are welcome at Celtics games. It took me a minute to get my bearings back, but I think I need to jump on here and say something to all the people who absolutely made my year. I don't even know what to say. 155 to 104? Are you kidding me? That felt like the most normal thing that happened that night, given the almost unbelievable context that brought me to the game in the first place. The encouragement I felt from this sub made my night at the Garden absolutely magical. I can't remember a time I could feel so included and so absolved of the weight of my identity at the same time. I didn't just feel safe and cared for, but absolutely full with nothing holding me down. I finally feel like I can claim my love for basketball and be queer as simultaneously. So for that, I owe you guys. I also need to give a huge thank you to the Celtics organization for taking the time to make one fan's first game truly special. I'll admit I was expecting to feel a little used, just in the way that some companies do when trying to prove their allyship. That was not the case. They didn't point at me and go, "Look, we got one," or anything like that. They sent Autumn, a rep, to my seat to quietly hand me a bag of Celtics gear and wish me the best time of my life. They just wanted me to fit in and give me a chance to see what it's like to be part of the Celtics. Well, I certainly feel like I'm part of something. I'm so grateful for this community, this organization, this team, and above all, Derek White. That is a Celtics player. Thanks, guys. I hope I get to see you again soon.
Oh my
Yay.
God, it's so sweet.
That's awesome. Hey, gives you hope.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's so nice.
Oh, good.
It's so cool. You know, I mean, like, we hear so much about all the
How
hate.
do I take
It's
this
nice
out?
to like be like,
The
oh, there's also
sticker,
a lot
it's
of
stuck
good
on.
a lot of
people.
good.
Some comments. We scored 155 and won by 51 points in your first game. Please go to at least every home game. We absolutely need you there in person.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, we need our lucky doll at every game.
I don't understand how to
Someone
take this
said,
out.
this straight white
They're,
dude
like, stuck to
absolutely
the
loves
page.
the story. I am overjoyed that this was your experience. If we can't welcome everyone into our team, what the
There's a
f is the
difference, too.
point? Lastly, someone said, dope. Love to hear experiences like this. Our fan base always gets a bad rep. Nice to hear that the vibe check passed with flying colors. I'm glad it was a night to remember for you. That's so great.
Aw.
Yay! I love a happy moment.
I'll say this now and only in this moment, but go Celtics. That was cool. I'm not even a Lakers fan. I don't know. I'm not
Is it this
I'm not
one?
like a Celtics hater. I don't
Is
know.
it this
So what,
sticker?
do you like any basketball team?
I
Or is
like
it the water
players.
decals?
What
Like
player?
specific
like
players.
what?
Like Jokic.
You know that
Which one is it?
Yeah. And,
I
and
like
who else?
I like Jokic because he hates basketball.
I think it's
Oh,
this
that's
one.
He's just cursed at being really good at it.
Oh,
He's a
love
player
people
who's
like that.
so good, but he kind of just hates everything about it.
what?
Yeah.
Wait, that's awesome.
Like when he won the championship and they're like, yeah, you have to go do a big celebration now. He's like, what? He's like, I just want to go home. I
You
don't
know
want to
what
celebrate.
movie I want to watch?
He's like pissed.
Like Mike.
Okay.
Does it hold up? Has anyone watched it?
Wow.
I'm gonna watch it.
All right, let's go play some basketball.
Yeah.
Let's get out of here. Let's dribble.
All right. Well, this has been.
It doesn't
quite
say the
Reddit
exact one, but I
Stories
think it's this
episode.
one.
It sure
Man.
has.
Thank you both for being here.
Thank,
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah. And hey, happy Pride Month.
Hey!
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride Month.
And thank you all for watching. Let us know what other themes and subreddits you'd like to see on this show, and we will see you next Saturday. Goodbye. Bye.
Wait, what do we watch now?